overall thing on OneSuite, I guess I would say. So here I'm sharing my screen here, how to enter into OneSuite. It's quite simple. Go to your one dashboard, click one login, or if you're in one login, you just sign in. And then you'll see here in the kind of app location, OneSuite. So once we click on OneSuite, it's going to take you to the home page. Right now, it's a little familiar than what Sync was prior, but we got some updated branding changes, like I mentioned. So here we have some scrolling at the top here, kind of saying, you know, what's changed, how first impressions, where to find certain things. That's what I'm going to be doing today as well. But for the most part, if you're familiar with if you were familiar with Sync, then you'll be familiar with OneSuite. So here we have our dashboard, right? So this is kind of similar to what we had prior, except you can see here we have some new little test tools, or new little applications here, which we'll get into shortly. I want to move my bar. There we go. Okay, quickly, I will go back as I always do and click on the profile, because that is one of the most important steps when setting up OneSuite. So here you can see here, I have my name, my staff, you know what office I'm in. What you want to do is click on your picture, then click profile. And that's going to take you to your profile page to where you can make those edits. Or I guess it's not. Oh, I'm probably pressing too much. Here you go. So this is very similar. It's not identical to when it was synced. You have your business URL, you have your disclaimers, first name. This is the important part right here. You want to make sure your name is on here, your email, where you're at, associated offices, address, city, phone number, proper contact information, because that's what's going to be displayed on the OneSuite website now. And your profile picture, same thing, license number, all of that good stuff that you usually do with profiles. You want to come down in here, make sure it's all up to date, make sure it's correct. You can plug in your email signature right there as well. Even got a spot for your Zillow ID now. And of course, your personal information, any kind of designations or accolades you've acquired, plus URLs for your socials that will show up as buttons on your webpage. So once you're done with that, you hit save and close, and your profile will be all set up. I didn't make any changes, so I don't need to save anything. But now that we have that set up, we can kind of play around with everything. Like I mentioned, I want to do a quick overview of what exactly has changed. So here we have our contacts, leads, client tracking. This is going to be something new. It was actually in the OneSync when it was OneSync, but it was kind of buried, or it was a little bit convoluted to access to. Now they brought it to the forefront, and they made actually UI changes, and they made it a lot more intuitive and easier to read. This is going to be an important part, because this is going to show you all your return on investments. This is going to show you analytics, everything you need to know to see if what you're doing is working or not working. You come in here, if you have a campaign that's excelling, you want to implement that campaign structure and similarities across multiple campaigns, because you know already that's working. So obviously my client dashboard is going to be 0, because all my contacts and leads are you wonderful agents. So obviously I'm not going to spam you guys with homes, say, hey, are you looking to buy? But here is just an overview of what it looks like. You have your contacts, leads, your campaign. It's going to give you the percentage over month changes. You can come in here and get a more in-line look of what you got for details. Listing alerts, property detail reports. It's going to tell you, you know, who actually went on there. Did they read it? Did they click on that? Market reports, same thing here. You can actually see if any clients have asked for a market report. Be able to check that. Active clients. You want to check out who's hot, who's not. That'll be a great spot to take a look at. You can even see the office listings, reports sent, and website activity. Office listings. Now, I'm on the staff portion. I'm not in the I would say, the company side of the website, so I don't really, this one doesn't really have access to any of the office stuff. This is mainly just back end what you're looking at here on my screen, so I don't get that updated information. Whereas if I was an agent or logged in as I'd probably the admin instead of just staff, I would be able to see that. But we do have some, you know, live search results, data analytics down here. We have this set up in sync. Do we need to redo it? No, it should have all carried over just like you did. This is my second time logging in, Rhonda. And you can see here that I still have everything set up in my profile page, plus everything will be kind of just carried over. Mostly the one sync to one suite transition was essentially a facelift. They just changed the branding and the look of it overall. Everything internal has pretty much stayed intact for the most part.
Oh, good.
Yes, I know we don't want. I know we don't want to redo what we did last time. Get you back into tip-top shape. Again, property search. Now it's brought to the forefront here, so you can make your own searches, save them, host them on your website, and be able to send that out to clients. Create drips, create landing pages with the search. It's all housed right here on one suite. Got drop downs, etc., etc. Website editor, this is going to be familiar. It's going to look exactly the same as to what it was prior. So as you see here, this is my first time logging into my website with the website editor. Since the transition, everything has stayed the same. It's kept intact. My pictures, my banner, my layout, my fake, tabs up here that I've used when I've gone into the website building portion of the Tech Tuesdays that we have here. So everything is staying the same, just how I like it. So if you didn't want any changes with the website, you're good to go. For those that want to change the website, I'll do a quick little tour of exactly how you can do that. So firstly, you want to come into, if you want to see if you're on the front end or the back end of the website, what I essentially mean is the portion of the website where you are the editor, not the consumer. Let's admit Chris here. You want to come into the website builder. You're going to see your name in the top left corner. If it says hi John Carlo or hi your first name, that means you are technically in the editing, the owner of the website editing portion. So you want to click on here and you can check out your website settings and layout. If you have analytics, Google tracking codes, you can plug them in here to see, your ROI on that. But I want to show you, why can't I get to the layout? It's down here and it's, for some reason, my toolbar's in the way. I need to move the toolbar. Let's do this, I guess. There's a will, there's a way. Oh my gosh. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, right there, change layout. Okay, that's new. It used to be on the bottom. So now to the top left. I'm just blind today. But you can change your layout. There's 4 layouts to choose from. Layout 1, 2, 3, which is the one I'm using, and layout 4. Save, you'll be able to make those changes and have that addressed on your website. So this is what it looks like. And if you want to change the pictures in the back, have a slideshow like me, it's going to be on a separate section up here. It's going to be on the triple dots, manage banner. Here you can upload your photos. You can import it from your library if you have specific ones, specific niche, a specific community. Then you'll be able to upload it right there. Also, we have options for settings, but you kind of want to leave that alone unless you know what you're doing. It's just pretty much seconds it takes for it to slide in and other things like that. If you wanted to, let's see here, manage your featured listings, that's going to be in this spot right here. You can manage my featured, my solds, and all that right there. So we're going to jump back into the kind of back end side of this. We went to website editor. We do have listing alerts right here, so you can set up a listing alert for your contacts. You should be, as an agent, be able to create that. I, as a staff, do not have that option. So there's going to be differences between you and I, what you see. But as an agent, that's where you go and make that. Same thing with market reports. You can create them right there for your clients and drip it out to them. And then, of course, same thing for property detail reports. Have it all right here, housed within the one suite system. It gives us a little time to load. And same thing, you create your property reports right here, create them, and send them to your clients or yourself, whichever you want. Also, drip campaigns, for those that are into CRMs, you'll be able to have them right here. This is going to essentially show you what drip campaigns you have that are currently being used. And here you can show you the creator right here, as we see admin raw. So I click on this, for holiday, for example. You can check out what we have. Happy Memorial Day. You know, these are going out to my database if I have them on this drip campaign. Also, if you make drip campaigns, you can create them, house them in here, view them, and get that all established. We do have options for open house forms. You can actually create them in there as well for your MLS. If you click it, it's going to ask you what MLS. You'll type it in, and it will generate that form for you. Training videos. A whole bunch of training videos for the individual aspects when it comes to OneSuite. We do have, how to create new contacts from getting started with My Connect, 50 minutes, 11 minutes. It varies by video, by portion, by exactly what you want to learn about. It's all right there as well if you want a more in-depth hands-on training. Also, we have training documents. For those that don't like videos, you'll be able to view it on a document. Domain redirect. Those are going to be for the agents that have a domain name that they purchased, they want to continue using. You'll be able to fill out this form, send it over to the OneSuite by submit, and they'll get in contact with you and start that process. What I mean by domain redirect is essentially you won't be taking that website with you, just the domain name. So if you already have that domain name attached to your website, it will be unattached from that one, your old one, and now attached to Realty OneSuite. If you wanted to do that, that's the process, how to do it. Lead gen program. This is going to be a up cost share. This is something you actually do pay for if you wanted to do it. It's going to be with Google Ads and OneSuite. If you wanted to do that, it takes place right there. Digital ad campaigns are coming soon. Not yet, but they are coming soon. Can't click on it yet. So we'll be eager and keen to see how that progresses. Now, new thing is the tie-in with Move Easy. Move Easy is the lifelong concierge service that follows you and your client for the life of their purchase for absolutely free. You'll be able to access that into your OneSuite now as it ties in together. And once this loads, get a little time here. We will actually check out how that looks in real time. Now with Move Easy should be automatically, depending on your preferences, once it picks up that you have an escrow within SkySlope, it will be automatically emailing your clients. Now you can turn that off so you don't have to do that at all. But it actually, before you even turn it off, it actually sends the agent email first saying, hey, we're going to be emailing your client. Is that okay? If you get that email, you don't want it to go into your client, get in there and say, no, I don't want that. Okay, it's not loading, so we'll try it again. All right, well, we'll see if that loads or not. If not, there it is. One Design Print Media, you have access to One Design within Realty OneSuite now as well. So if you're looking for, automated marketing, mailers, business cards, badges, brochures, things like that, you can find it in here, order it, and get it over to you. Okay, so OneU University. If you don't know what OneU is, it's a place where you can learn about stuff, right? OneU University, as the name suggests. Come in here, search for what you learn, search for, how to access Waking Up to Win, things like that. Oh, I think my it's just having issues. Here we go. Welcome to OneU. Get learning done here, right? Calendar, my team, things you can, we want productivity, self-discovery, emotional intelligence, business development, all access within the OneU library. As you keep scrolling on here, we have the One Marketplace, One Support, and One Zone. So we can circle back to what exactly started with. At the top, you also have toolbars. So, what's different from right here is we have the drip campaigns, right? And I think in the other one, we also had a spot for drip letters and something else that's escaping my mind. But we still have access to those up here. We click on marketing, campaign groups, that's what I was looking at. You can see drip campaign letters and campaign groups. What's important about that? Well, drip campaign letters is the stuff you send when you send stuff in drip campaigns, right? So it's kind of a three-part process. You have your campaign, which you make, then you have your letters, which gets sent out to your campaign groups, which is a third process. So campaigns, letters, campaign groups. So here we have drip letters, which you were able to either use. This is a kind of a fake one that I made, tech tweeted letter, right? But you should have templated ones within there as well, and you can make your own, import it. You can create your own, like you said, attach them to a campaign group. Let's say specify as to when it will be sent, and there's three ways it can be sent. It can be sent as in a certain date, which is your holidays, on the schedule, which is like every 14 days, or by event, which is anniversary, et cetera, home anniversary, all right there. So you have three ways you can send that up. But if you wanted to make the letters, it takes place right here. Again, it's marketing, drip campaign letters. You'll be able to set them, create them, and do everything more right there. Campaign groups, this is where you're going to assign your contacts to campaign groups, or create a campaign group in general. So you can have buyer, first time buyer, holidays, happy birthdays, buyer campaigns, seller campaigns, yada, yada, yada. You can get really in-depth, in detail if you want to really get on and hone in on the specific group. You have access to create that right there. We talked about the rest of this year listing. We talked about all of that. The next important part, let's see, would be the contacts and leads. Let's take a look at what exactly we have here. Now, it should have all the ages under my contacts, which I do. So I'm going to try to get into myself. I believe I made myself as a test last time. We'll see if I have it there. Still, here I am. So as you can tell, as we've gone through the one sync to one suite transition, everything internal has remained the same. So here's a fake contact I've made for myself. As you can see here, I assigned myself a buyer campaign, or this client a buyer campaign. They've been sent, market reports on my behalf, which has been automated within the one suite. And we can see if I had an activity on there, I'll be able to check it out, but I don't, because this is a fake one. But I can still view it here. Oh, what campaign do I have this guy on? Oh, in the buyer campaign. All letters have been delivered. Awesome. Okay. Let's add him to another campaign. Let's go here, manage, right? I want to put him on my holidays. Boom. Apply. So now this buyer, this contact will be set up on my holiday campaign. Once it saves, I'll show you exactly what that is. Now he's on holiday suite. So I'm going to come over to marketing. I'm going to check out my trip campaigns. Here's holidays. This is what I just assigned him by date. Now I have a quick overview of exactly what's going to be sent. So the next one will be sent on 4th of July. We have Labor Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, New Year? Oh, wait, 2021. 2022. This needs to change here. 21, 22. That's the change. But I can see here, if I did 4th of July view, that happy, one university. Let's celebrate the giant party across the nation. This is actually super cool because I can just rip this, save this image into, my pictures and use it for my own if I wanted to. You can also change that as well. As an agent, you have access to change it on your personal one. Or create your own if you can't edit it. But now I can see what campaign that campaign has to offer, what's going to be sent to my client. So again, how to access that as your contact leads, just to kind of get a general idea of all that. So I'm going to circle back to my home, and this is where I will say, if you guys have any questions, again, this is more of an overview, not exactly in-depth dive into specific portions, because each one has a lot going with it. Essentially, when you're thinking of one suite, you're thinking of three things here. You have one, your public-facing website, which you use to drive traffic, capture traffic into your database, where you can oversee, how many clients you have, what your contacts, what they're looking for, and 3, the CRM portion, which you're setting those contacts, your drip campaigns, your drip letters. So those are the 3 pillars of one suite that I like to mention: public-facing website, database, CRM, lead system, drip system. If you have a question, you can type it in chat if you'd like. No worries. We'll be jumping into one suite we kind of re-kicking the One Suite deep dives starting on our Tech Tuesdays next month. Again, you can always come in here and check out the videos for yourself. Okay, everybody, that's going to be it for Tech Tuesday with no questions here. So this will be recorded and put on our Facebook and our YouTube page. If you want, if you have any questions, you can also just email me or message me on the Facebook there on the Realty World Group side, and I'll be able to help you out as best as I can. But again, like I said, we have these videos and we have the old videos on our YouTube page, which is about sync, which should hypothetically or theoretically be the same process. It's just going to look different. Again, this is more of a facelift than anything. But the